Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
You are now listening to the most electrified and vilified podcast on the net, Hot Topics Podcast. Let's get this party started. Welcome everyone to the Hot Topics Podcast. I'm your host, Psycho481, and I'm here with
Lamb Chop
and Felonious Feather.
Felonious Feather. Today, it's a special day. It's first of all, it's MLK Day.
Yep.
Right, and I'm not even going to mention the other thing.
Nope.
It's the same.
So,
Nope.
Yeah, so we're
Don't
going.
even.
We have two things anyway, so regardless.
All right. So what's the other thing?
The inauguration.
No, we
did just
weren't
say we
mentioning
wanna
that.
So
Nope.
all right. So we had the since she mentioned it, violation.
Damn it, Jim.
Yeah, inauguration. So the circus is in town.
Woo, woo, woo.
So today we have we have actually two special guests.
Oh, we do.
That's nice.
Yes. And our topic for the day is basically saving our youth.
Okay.
And I thought it was a good topic to have because, you know, I'm a follower of social media.
Mm-hmm.
And I just noticed there's a lot of stuff that I see, all the shenanigans that goes on, you know, in the news, and, you know, and you can just look out your window and basically see it.
Yeah, that's bad.
So we have KY Young for Save Our Young, Baltimore. We call it Soy Baltimore. You see me with the T-shirt on.
Yes.
Okay. And we have Kevin Moody for Preparing Youth for Tomorrow.
For
Two
a second,
organizations.
for a second, I don't mean to be racist or anything. I thought he was speaking Chinese. Is that English?
Me?
The first one you said.
Soy Baltimore.
No, the KY
KY Young.
KY Young.
KY Young. His last name.
Yon.
Young.
Young.
Okay.
Yeah, Young.
I went someplace else, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. So these gentlemen are going to speak on behalf of their organizations and give us some insight on basically that organization, their inspiration, and a whole bunch of different things. And we have some, you know, obviously we have some questions that they could probably answer.
Okay.
And we'll get that out to the public and see how we can assist them as well. So, KY, Kevin, Mr. Moody, Mr. Young.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Let me unmute. All right. So, we wanted to talk about juvenile related services, and specifically because we're in the Baltimore area, and a lot of need.
Yeah.
A lot of need for services for young, especially you know, basic urban youth. So we're going to go over some points, some influences, I'm going to say, when it comes to juvenile related services and the needs. High population density is one, social challenges, educational support, mental health needs.
Yeah, and
is
substance
big.
abuse. You can put both of those in that.
Preventing delinquency. And I think that's one of the things that most of us care about.
Yeah.
Rehabilitation and reintegration, cultural diversity, community engagement, access to resources, and, you know, we'll close it out with the how we can get involved with the organizations and what's going on down the line.
Okay. I don't think I ever remember a time when all you hear about on the news now is kids doing things. And I don't know if it's because we are just in that age of social media and things are posted and they are just focusing in on youth and youth behavior, but I just don't ever remember a time that it was this bad.
Well, I think even for, I guess it depends on where you was from. Like where I'm from, I think it was that bad back then.
Okay.
You just, you know, with this age of social media, things get, you know, out more.
Right.
And just recently, I was looking at they're trying to propose a bill to eliminate automatic waivers to adult status for some crimes. And, you know, half the people were, you know, oh no, they're too light already. And the other half is saying that, you know, we need to look out for the look out for the youth and not have them, having a young kid locked up with, grown seasoned adults. So
I'm on that fence. If I'm on that side,
Well, and both these gentlemen have background in law enforcement, so they can give us some insight on that as well. Their personal perspective on things like that. So to get into it, we have talking about urban areas. They often have a large population of youth,
right?
Leading to an increased demand for services tailored to their needs.
And gentrification and other things are taken away from possibly providing some services,
Yes. Also, budgetary requirements.
Yes, that
I guess
too.
Depends on what administration comes in, where they want to refocus certain things. I remember, Baltimore County, and even when I grew up, they had the PAL, and here in Baltimore County, they still have PAL, so to speak, but they took the police element out of PAL.
Doesn't it say
it's AL now? So, it's basically a rec center, but they and I think in Baltimore, correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen, but did they remove or got rid of PAL some years ago in Baltimore City?
From my personal understanding, I think that there is, and Kami knows, a gentleman I met through him who works for an agency who told me that they actually still have, I know of at least one, works for one agency, and he said that they have a PAL center that they still run, but that was my first time hearing about that. That was last year. Other than that, I thought that it was completely over, like y'all were saying.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of crazy. So, since you chimed in first, okay.
No, I was just going to follow up on the PAL question.
Okay.
Yeah, so currently, Baltimore City Police got rid of their police athletic league under the, under Mayor Stephanie Rawlings Blake. She decided to get rid of the PALs within Baltimore City. I guess mid 2000s, and then recently, I guess Baltimore County Police followed suit a few years after. Although they still had the Police Athletic League name, police wasn't actually at the centers as their tour duty like in the past. So police would do periodic check-ins at the PAL Center, and then there would be some deployment during the summer months. However, now Baltimore County has totally went away with from the Police Athletic League, and the rec centers are called RACs now, Recreational Activity Center.
Oh,
and
really?
There's still some, so they're none of the rec centers in Baltimore County is considered PAL any longer. They're the RAC centers.
Wow.
There is still some partnerships, but there's no Police Athletic League. The only ones that I know of is University of Baltimore. Their police department has a Police Athletic League in some capacity, but they're still working on the manpower issue. But they're the only one in this Baltimore region.
Wow.
I recall some years ago, and it's been a while. That was one of the driving forces of removing police out or closing down the PAL centers was because of manpower shortages. But
that's unfortunate.
Yeah. So starting off, what is your both of you guys, your organization's missions, and how does it specifically aim to benefit youth? Since we're jumping in with the youth thing, that we'll give the first question to Mr. Moody.
Okay. All right. Well, my organization is called Preparing Youth for Tomorrow. Call it PYT for short. And PYT it's a nonprofit dedicated to, long story short, fostering stronger relationships between the community and law enforcement.
Ooh.
Our main focus, though, is we focus on the youth so that we can dismantle the school to prison pipeline. We have a motto that we say that we use, and we say that the only way out is in. So as we continue, you'll understand why. But our approach, it just involves law enforcement officers actively engaging with the youth, fostering relationships and trust. We focus on shifting mindsets and perspectives. Um, we want to empower the youth to make responsible decisions so they could pave a way for a more positive future, which is, geared towards that breaking that school to prison pipeline.
Nice.
Outstanding.
Yeah, that's very
Kind
nice.
of like what PAL should have been doing. So, in Soy, Baltimore. Oh, wait a minute.
Did we miss him?
He's muted.
Oh, let me. All right, maybe he had a step. We'll get back to him. So,
Okay.
for you, what actually?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, you
Oh,
okay?
okay.
There you go, Mr. Officer. Did you take a donut break?
So
You are so
No,
wrong.
no,
You
no,
are
trying
so
to,
wrong.
we know that's your that's what you do best. So Soy Mission is we share somewhat of the same mission and vision as PYT. So that's one of the main reasons we partner and we pour into one another. But our mission is to invest and inspire change by repairing the relationships with law enforcement, and who we utilize to support that mission and vision is we use of course all personnel from the criminal justice background,
Okay.
lawyers, police officers, everyone that just encompass the criminal justice um, dynamic. And we also use educators. Um, Me being a former school resource officer, I know that it takes, we go back to the old saying of it takes a village. It truly
Yeah.
takes a community. Sometimes the parents aren't going to be able to reach the kids, but we need to attack things in a collaborative effort. So that's why our board and our volunteers are made of those backgrounds too, just to assist with the upbringing and the development of our youth.
Okay, so
Great.
both of your organizations have a law enforcement element to it. So, question for you, and this is a opinion based. As of today, what would you grade the relationship between, like say, urban youth in law enforcement now? Like, say, if you had to give it an A through F.
Wow.
A through F. I'm going to go with, in my opinion, I'm probably going to go around a D, and that's one of the driving forces. One, me being a Baltimore native, me with the same upbringing as many of our youth that fall to the pitfalls of Baltimore. I try to be relatable, and I seek out law enforcement that has similar upbringing to make the profession relatable, but also to educate youth on the law. So I'm gonna go with a D,
D.
as
Yeah.
of right now with the current climate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say a C minus, and the
Okay.
reason being is I feel like it's a lot of different reasons as to why the children feel the way that they do about us, and like Kai said, he was a school resource officer, so the feeling is completely different going into an elementary school as it is going into a high school, right? The younger kids will see you in a uniform and will love you.
Right.
Up until a certain grade, because they may still be, fourth and fifth graders that may start feeling away. But what I've come to learn by doing this, a lot of times these things kind of start at home. We walking down the street and a parent will point at us in a uniform, if you don't listen to me, he gonna lock you up. So it's a lot of different things, from just what they see on TV, from the news highlighting the negative interactions with police, and then also, what they're getting at home from their family and the people who they love and who cares about them. But I mean, the younger they are is really good, and as they get older, you really gotta step in and do things like what we're doing to change that.
So, what inspired you to get this started? Like, was there a catalyst, or you just always knew that at some point you wanted to do this? And that's for both of you guys, not.
Um, I would say me. I guess it was kind of I guess it was fate for me. Um, I'm a second generation law enforcement. Never thought I would be law enforcement, but my dad career ended with a very I guess his career ended critically with him being injured, and when it was time for me to graduate high school, those college scholarships didn't come as expected. And ultimately, I guess in the back, subconsciously, I've always had, I guess, aspirations to do something in the criminal justice field. So I joined the police department more so to pay for college. Um, while there, I worked in police athletic league as a cadet. I worked in administrative duties, and then I started to see some of these police officers, and I'm like, well, if they can do it, I can. I know I can do it. You know, some of them start looking like Mr. Glass and stuff like that. So I'm like, if Mr. Glass can do it, I know I can do it. But no, I just kidding. But that was my mindset that you know, I can do the profession, and like I said, paying homage to the city, me being a Baltimore native, playing sports and all that. Um, I pretty much got along with a lot of people, so it held me to a certain standard doing the job. So it wasn't I wasn't able to fall victim to the corruption and things like that
Right.
because some people could reach out to my family. I would see people when I'm out and all that. So just um, then seeing, I'm going on 23 years,
Oh
um,
wow.
Wow.
with part of my career being served in the city and then the second half of it being served in Baltimore County. Um, just wanted to do more. Incidents such as George Floyd and all the national incidents that
Yeah.
happened
Yeah.
just fueled me to do more for the community and wanted to defy the odds and show representation that you can grow up in Westport or Emerson Village and still be
Mm-hmm.
police and do it the right way. And I know some of our kids, they look at, people that's in the criminal element as, role models or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heroes.
people
Yeah.
they strive to be like. And
Yeah.
my guys can dress just like the knuckleheads and all that stuff and still do a working, still do a working job and you not know that they police or not. But
Yeah.
Right.
that just want to do more for the community. So that would be my driving force behind it.
Right.
Okay.
And for me, my story, um, a bit different. Just that, I didn't have any family that was law enforcement or anything like that. And but the same with like Kyle said, like, hey, we had other kinds of dreams. I played sports and like wanted to do something. I never even thought about being a police.
Mm.
But I do have a rich history, from my family working with kids. So from my great grandmother, my grandmother, my father, all working in the school system, working for the school system. My first
Okay.
real job was working for the school system.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and also as soon as I graduated high school, I started coaching football down in the Irvington area. So I'm coaching football in the city, and I'm working for the Baltimore City school system. And when I stopped working there, I worked at Baby Bookings for a bit. Um,
Okay.
and then eventually, I've had quite a few jobs, but then eventually I get into this job. But it's like no matter what I was doing at any point in my life, I was working with kids, and I seemed to be working with kids who was deemed, trouble.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And I
Right.
always say that with the air quotes because I mean that's what really got me to this point doing what I'm doing, being as though I was working with them in a close capacity inside of a detention center. I'm spending time with 12 kids that's on the unit and learning them and learning their story, learning why they did what they did. Working in the school system, I'm seeing them every day. And, it's just certain things, you see kids with certain types of clothes on, and you just understand, just by looking at them that they got a rough home life. Then when you start having a conversation with them, you really understand what's going on. And
Yeah.
then on a football field, you figure, you see these kids every day with just their football uniform, stuff like that. But just from having conversations, you're learning and you're knowing what's really going on with them. You can see, who has family that's really coming here to support them. You can see the ones who, was able to just kind of make their way down with some other people, and this is their only way of getting some love and sometimes even getting, something to eat.
Right.
So
right.
I've been fortunate enough to kind of see that side of these kids, to see like, all right, they're going out, they're committing, certain crimes, and they may even seem like a monster. When you really know why and understand why, or when you know why, I'll say it helps you to understand why.
Right.
You just got to let them know what you're doing is not okay. I see why you did it. There's other ways to do it, and that's where you have people to be mentors and kind of try to steer them in the right direction. And with this police thing, honestly, when I first started being a police, I was still doing my stuff in the community, but I kind of wanted to keep the police stuff separate. But then you understand, again, like the stuff Kai's saying, like, hey, we got to show them that you can look like us, be where we from, like you say, dress the same way. When we go and we do our stuff in the schools, we don't have uniforms on. They don't even believe that we're the police until we tell them. And it's just like, hey, you can do this too. You can make, plenty of money, not have a college degree.
Right.
You can do all of the things that you want to do, but use your powers for good as opposed to evil.
Oh, outstanding.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice. What's the population, girls versus boys? Or are you only doing boys? That didn't come out right.
I think that's the next topic. That's for another show.
That's another show. So let me rephrase that. How many boys do you think are in your group as opposed to girls? It's a lot of girls out there that may not be getting the attention that they need.
You want me to go?
Yes. Currently, we're supporting male youth,
Okay.
middle school age youth. We partner with one of the Baltimore County schools as of right now, but we do some joint ventures with other community and school-led organizations just to support them as well. But we mainly, we're solely supporting middle school age youth
Gotcha.
until we can build our capacity.
Yeah.
Our stuff is fairly even as far as I'll say the males kind of outweigh the females on that,
Right.
because the high school that we partner with, they only sent us boys. But,
Okay.
We tell them, like, our goal from the beginning. Like I say that troubled youth with air quotes, like, hey, when we come in, our goal is to. I mean, I read you the mission statement, and
Right.
It's like, hey, we want those kids who typically give you our issues,
Right.
and we want to do what we can do to change their perspective, change their mindsets, and we're sure that the behavior will follow. And that's why I made a preparing youth for tomorrow, because I didn't want anybody to think that we were excluding anyone.
Okay.
Like Kai talked about partnerships and different things like that. Us too, we have different partnerships with people in different fields, and then even still just other officers, so we could bring in females to have that discussion with just girls if we needed to. But I mean, they're fine in the room with the boys, and it's shown that it can work. It's not even an issue with them being in the same room.
Gotcha.
When we get down to business.
Okay. So this is more the social challenges piece. So it's written, urban youth may have higher levels of poverty, violence, and crimes, creating a need for supportive programs that address these issues and promote safety. So what programs or services specifically do you offer to support youth development? I know you touched on it briefly, but what are some of the programs specifically for that?
Well, as of right now, we're using a social and emotional learning curriculum. We're also introducing youth to, of course, financial literacy, and we're also focusing on conflict resolution and decision making. Are just some of the things that we're doing. I guess some of the measures that we use, of course, we're using pre and post surveys. This year, we'll graduate Um, our main first cohort of eighth graders, because we started with the school about 5 years ago, but of course there was some hurdles we had to navigate. So this will be our uh, first main cohort that will graduate. Um,
So when you
but
say
that
graduate,
would be
do you mean like they graduate from the regular school, or do you have a program that they graduate from your program?
Yeah, so we're starting in sixth grade. We're starting with sixth grade, uh, with the expectations once they become ninth graders to come back and help with peer mentoring as well.
Oh, excellent,
Very nice.
excellent.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
dope. Congratulations, bro. Um, with ours, we have a program that we call handshakes over handcuffs. Um,
Okay.
we
I
it's
like that.
the purpose is to teach key life lessons like leadership, accountability, and self control. Again, while still building that trust between youth and law enforcement. Um, that handshakes, it's an acronym. Acronym is for humanizing, accountability, nurturing, dedication, strength, healing, affirmation, knowledge, and empowerment.
Wow.
Wow.
Uh, yeah, each week of our cohort is touching on one or multiple of those things. Um, and again, like we say, just using relationships to bring people in to teach different things like Kyle was talking about different business owners, different just different people to expose these kids to different opportunities.
Okay. Okay. So now
Sounds great.
for Mr. Young, you have the middle. Do you find that middle school age more challenging? Because I know that's the age where the hormones are going on and they
Yep.
want to be grown.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you see both extremes. You got some that's really immature, which sometimes I can appreciate that because you see the innocence, and then you got some that you know we're not going to say it's too late for them, but you see that they basically already been off the porch. They already then been exposed to the criminal element. But I think that fifth to sixth grade is a good time, especially in the urban areas because they're exposed to a lot of the wrong things. And sometimes, in some cases, high school may be too late.
Good point.
So
Yeah.
that's why we want to start in that fifth to sixth grade range. And like I said, with the expectations of, of course, we're all getting older. Some of us not as old as Brian, but we're all getting older, and we want to have our youth have a say in what we're doing as well. We don't
Great.
want to be just, some of us older folks just, giving our ideas, and we want to give them a voice.
Okay.
We have this old saying in our community that children should be seen and not heard. I'd like the idea that you're saying that you're giving them a voice, so they need to be heard. It's a lot of things going on in these kids' lives that people aren't listening to.
Well,
And it's
I
a
think
new
that's
day. I mean,
go ahead.
Oh no, I was saying, yeah, I just agreeing. I think that's the main problem is that we don't listen, and a lot of times, they are giving you the answer, but people just don't listen. And if you did, could probably save them from themselves.
So as an adults, be
Yeah,
more
we-
dismissive.
We can be. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we really can be. And not pay attention to the things that they really need sometimes.
Yeah, and I think that they had us come into some program and speak to their youth, and something I didn't like was the gentleman who was in charge of it was an older guy. And you could tell, he's just used to the things that he's used to from whenever it was that he was growing up. And so, he was, just trying to kind of get me to agree with him, saying like, this kid says that, he just want to go home and play the game. And, and the kid was trying to speak up, and he kind of kept cutting him off. And I'm just a little bit that I heard, it sounded like maybe this kid wanted to be like a streamer or something like that. And I'm just like, speaking to the older gentleman, like, I don't know if you know, but there's some streamers out here who make like $3 million a month.
Right.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? While you think it's just, oh, you can't play your whole life, we really have to, one, listen to them, give them a voice, and then two, I think that it's incumbent upon us to keep our ear to the ground and understand what's going on in the world, and because things have changed. You can play a video game for work now and make more money than what you are making, sir, in this room, trying to tell us that we can't.
Right.
Where can I make a couple million playing
Video game.
You ain't fast enough. Them kids will smoke you.
Well, can you make it doing Miss Pac-Man?
You went way back.
So, we can learn from them just as much as they can learn from us. And I think, we got to listen and we got to stop, disregarding what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and I know both of you guys said you have, you collaborated with other organizations, schools, community groups, and I've actually witnessed SOI, Now, my question is, you guys both have law enforcement background. Would you say they're more receptive, or have they helped you more, or do you think they hindered you more in completing your mission?
What you mean by being a police officer? Are you saying
like with the
think
collaboration?
That hinders? Oh,
yeah, because sometimes you can get into an organization where they don't want you to change things, or go outside of your time, right? Let's say you guys have programs or events. Would you say that the police department is more accommodating with you when it comes to your events, or even
getting things done?
Yeah, or partner helping you along.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I would say the overall police agencies are very helpful. However, there's been a few bad seeds that want to hinder the progress. So there's been a little. I've encountered a few problems, but overall, I would say it's been some supportive. It's been supportive for the most part.
So department wise, you'd have support, but you have that one individual or maybe two individuals that kind of like want to throw a monkey wrench in your works.
It is always people.
Yeah, because everybody don't want to see change, and just because we all wear blue don't mean everybody's for you. So, and that's one of the reasons why we also gotta try to defy the stereotypes that I'm a police officer, but when I take this uniform on, nobody knows I'm a police officer. If I get pulled over, when they make contact with me, they see a black male. So so sometimes, the stereotypes is, all police stick together and things like that. But sometimes, from the ones that's in there, we see that that's not always the case.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we want the youth to form their own relationship and take each officer on their own merit for the most part, because everybody's different. You can't put us all in one box the same way I wouldn't want anybody to go into any neighborhood and think all black people are the same.
Right.
Everybody are different. We all got different stories.
Facts.
So we got to deal with each individual on a case by case.
And as far as me, just trying, answer your question properly. The department that I work for, they don't hinder me. They also, they don't necessarily help as far as coming from the top.
Okay.
I schedule events and different things like that based off of, when I'll have time off. And it's done on my time. My police engagement or getting other police involved would be like getting with Kyle, who's also a police officer, and he has his own organization. Or it'll be officers who work with me, who see what we do and know what we do, and will ask, hey, the next time you have something, can you let us know? But
That's nice.
my agency isn't at all, taking out time or like, giving me this time to go and do this. And again, I don't know if it's the same for Kyle, but it's, we're doing that on our own time.
Okay.
Because it really is a passion. And it's I hope that answers the question. It's not, it's not a hindrance because I'm doing it on my time. I will say like my direct commanders and stuff, may know what I do. So if if I, hey, can I come in like 30 minutes late because I'll be wrapping up coming from their school, I'll stay 30 minutes later, something like that is not an issue. But again, as far as it's like the department, like, hey, do this, like I'm not getting that type of assistance.
Okay. And that definitely starts from the top.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Having everybody on the same page is always helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. How has your organization adapted its programs in response to changing needs in the community? Response.
So, yeah, like how do you guys keep a pulse on the community? Basically saying, all right, well, we have this week or this month or this year, we have,
That's what we're doing.
this is the hot topic, right? How, do we change our way of doing things or our programming to, meet the needs?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to start with you up top. Because since you up the top.
Who's up top, me?
They can't know.
Young? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, why?
Oh yeah. So I guess how we keep a pulse on the community is more so just connecting with the schools, the community school facilitators, and also just through collaboration, just hearing what are the needs, and of course a lot of the things that you were involved in, Brian, like the community association. So I'm in a lot of meetings that on that end. So not only do I hear it in from my primary job, I'm also, I'm tied to Baltimore City as well, with their youth and community section and being on a neighborhood association. So I am a stakeholder in about two or three communities where my family lives and their property. So that's pretty much how I keep a pulse on what's going on in the community and how we need to cater our response.
Okay. Going back to Mr. Moody, I don't think I recall hearing you say any specific geographical location that you serve, or does it matter?
It does not matter. Literally right now though, we're in Baltimore City, completely in Baltimore City. But
Okay.
I mean, to be honest, my vision for it, you got a Boys and Girls Club of America. I would like this to be a PYT of America, because what we do, everybody in this country needs it. It's an issue with law enforcement in the community,
Right.
all over the country. So I mean, right now, definitely in Baltimore City. I get to reach out, touch the county when I partner with my brother here, and but the goal is to grow and expand as much as we can.
Okay. And some of your programs, I'm sorry, I just took a bite of pizza. Some of your programs really will last over time because financial literacy, conflict resolution, and the partnership between law enforcement. I don't think those ever change,
And it's going to carry them throughout their whole
Right, yeah.
life. Yeah.
so I guess that's inherently good.
It's wonderful.
It's truly something that's needed. And I didn't answer the question that you asked earlier. Like you asked something about like how we track the metrics for tracking things. And
Yes.
To be honest, like I said, we started, our thing is just like, hey, give us these kids that give you issues, and our goal is to improve their behavior. And last year was our first year putting this program in place and being able to go into. We did a elementary school, middle school, and a high school. So we was able to do all three, school types.
Okay.
And every single one, the administrators at the end of the courses told us that not only did the behavior get better, but also the grades and the attendance.
Oh,
So,
wow. That's great.
That wasn't even the goal. I didn't even know that. They get to explain to me how it all goes hand in hand. And I do understand now how it all raised, how it all went up, how it all improved. So for now on, yeah, like Kyle said, they got the pre-test and post-test. We have that put together to do that when we start back up this year. And then also literally we'll just be getting the numbers from the administrators to say, hey, we gave you these kids. This is what their stuff looked like, before you started. And then at the end, this is how it's changed.
Okay.
Progress
That's
report.
great.
Okay.
Progress.
Yeah. That's, so when you hear those stories, does that I know because you can get trapped in doing the same thing over and over again. Like I'm gonna give you perfect personal example. At some times you can get burnt out, but hearing those success stories, does that actually light a fire to you, get you more passionate and motivate you more?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think with that, people need to know about these things.
Yes.
That
was my next question. Like, how do we get this information out, and how do we, let people know that kids are out there doing good things? Because we hear enough of what the bad things that kids are doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's real. Just like, the same thing like with police. It all gets put out as if all of this negative is happening when it's a lot more positive than negative. But of course, the good stuff is not the good press.
Right.
Yeah.
So you asking about like a success story?
Yeah, like how do you share your information, A, about the program, and B, about how successful, your success is, so that people know that the kids are out there doing good things. That's my thing. Like, we need to hear these stories.
Yeah, and I think when people hear it, I think you'll probably get more people inspired to
Right.
do their own, or even
Join
assist
in.
yours.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So, well, with us, we have a website. It's our website is pytinc.org, and then social media mainly on Instagram, but all of our social media stuff is pytincmd, and you'll see different things on there. So most recently, I think I posted something where we got some sneakers, and I actually have a few more left, to be given away. But it was perfect time for basketball season, and just to say, hey, it's report card time. Send me the report card of the child, and let me know, why it is that they deserve it. And the only thing is, I say, hey, anybody can get it, but I would prefer for it to be, a student athlete.
Ooh.
And we got like a few people who reached out, and being able to go to the school. When I do something like that, I do try to come in uniform. So I come in uniform, and of course they kind of let they see us walking on the court, kind of.
To represent, yeah.
That's what we like. Did somebody do something wrong? Like, why are you looking like that? But then the coach pull them up and huddle them up and let like, hey, the police actually coming here for a good reason.
Right.
Just give my little spiel on hard work and dedication and discipline and doing what you're supposed to do all the time, even when nobody's watching or you think no one is watching. Getting that kid to handing that kid these shoes, and he doesn't have a clue. So how what size I wear? Try them on, they fit. You like them, and them really being proud of themselves for doing what they supposed to do anyway.
Right.
That's my big thing, and it's also something else that Kami may bring it up, but we had something else coming up where we was just blessed with a really nice donation, and we come up with different ways to donate it, to give it away to schools and to give it away to kids, but we just have something set in place for them to earn it. I think it means so much more when they earn it, and they appreciate it more. They may take care of it more, but then just understanding like, hey, when I do what I'm supposed to do, and I love giving it to the child who didn't even know that they was being graded on something. It's just like you getting this because you did what you were supposed to do without even knowing.
Oh, that's great.
I got a big question for you. For those sneakers that you got over there, you got size 12.
You know what?
But the one that I posted,
Shenanigans.
that young man, he the one, he wore 12. Nope. We got a 13 over there though.
Oh
I
man.
might be able to pick 13 with a couple extra pairs of socks.
You know what?
Look, I don't pay over $60 for
Stop
sneakers.
talking. Just stop talking. Just stop it. Shenanigans. I told you we have shenanigans. He told you.
But you know, I noticed something though. So just seems to me that the officers that get involved with this extracurricular activity when it comes to, you know, community stuff and have the passion, you know, we all share that one common thing. I just, not just one, but just something I just noticed. You guys played sports.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Young, you played sports too, right? You said you played like table tennis or something like that.
Yeah, of course. You know, bocce ball.
Kickball.
Yeah.
But kickball. Didn't you have a kickball, a popular kickball event though?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, clearly,
it was.
We can't talk about that tonight because we the other guy on here. So of course, we've done it a few years. You know, of course, Sword was the reigning champ, and then it got a little too competitive, and you know, me being the commissioner, this guy on the other line, you know, on the other side of that, his team started cheating as it goes down. You know, the rule they didn't know their lineups. It was you know, my team was a little upset, so they dethroned. They're the reigning champs. Hopefully in April we can bring back this kickball tournament.
Who thought of that? Because that's actually a great idea. That's a great idea. Who thought of that?
Everybody.
I said that's a great idea. Like I would never have thought about that, but who came up with that idea?
Me, I'm just trying to get people out and get active and trying to do things that the kids would want to do. So incorporating them, although, you know, we use it as a fundraiser, we also just got to get out and get active. Okay. And then at the end of the game, you know, you don't even know your teammate was law enforcement. So we had people of all ages. So it was truly a good time.
Yeah, you know, I was about to say, can the Hot Topics team get a team in there? But you know what? You know how I go. I'll be out. No. I'll be out injured.
Listen, I don't do anything sports related.
What was that?
Yeah, we had pitch runners this past year, but no, we had some people your age and older. We had Sergeant Russell out there one year, and so if he can get around the bases, I know you can get around the bases.
Yeah, no, I'm letting you know now. I'm not doing it. I'm just not.
It was a really good time. You know, I'm glad that I was able to come out there and, you know, get some guys to come out. I loved how, like you say, you got that law enforcement element. We all have on t-shirts with different colors of State Soy Baltimore in the front, so nobody knows, you know, who we are, what we do. So you had the law enforcement element, and then I think after the first game, you have to add some kids to your team. So it was kids that was out there, and I mean, still same thing. Now you're bridging that gap between law enforcement and the community, especially the youth. Yeah. You know, and they just out here having some fun with the police and don't even know it. That's nice. Yeah, on our team, you know, we had his little cousin. So she got MVP, and he had to apologize to her as well because, you know, he got, you know, real competitive against the family and the kids. But it was a good time.
Nice.
He said it got extra competitive.
No, it was so much fun.
So it's funny. As far as the future, what's your organization's vision for the future? And I know you mentioned you want to be like the Boys and Girls Club of America. Mm-hmm. So how do you plan to expand your impact in the communities?
To be quite honest, it's really getting to the point where, yeah, all the time. Like, I guess people don't really know, don't really understand. Like, a nonprofit is a business.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's a lot of times, you know, you hear you need to work on your business and not in your business. And this really is something that I love to do. So like going into the schools and really, having these relationships and creating these bonds with these kids. Like I'm telling you, when we first started in them schools, it was some kids where it's like every week, like I'm telling you, if you act like this next week, you're getting put out. And then they make it toward the end. And those are the ones where you come in like, hey, this is the last day. And serious, the toughest kid, like crying. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Thinking that, and that was when the administrators and stuff told us, like, no, that's the impact really that y'all made. Like they cried at the end of the
Program.
That is so
even
sweet.
some of the high schoolers. Right. So separating myself from that, I think putting myself in a position to really make more connections with schools to let them know what we're doing, and then bringing more people on in order to
Right.
I can't be all over Maryland by myself.
Right.
So it's
Right.
getting out of it, getting more people into it,
Yeah.
and me just kind of being that mouthpiece and explaining. I guess it is my vision.
Right.
And letting them know what we do and how we can help them, because that is a great help to the school. Like, we're doing this for the kids. I guess you feel, the kid is the focus, but really our, I guess if you're talking about a customer, your customer is the school system or the administrator or whatever, because, those metrics, those grades, the behavior and all of that stuff is incumbent on their future. So
Right.
why do you need us in here?
Mm-hmm.
So it's getting out and being able to explain that stuff to them so that people can know who we are, know that we do exist, what we do, and just do it.
That's great. That is absolutely great.
Now, Soy, yours says Soy Baltimore. Are you stuck in the Baltimore metro area?
No, so ultimately, I would like to see, a soy of Philly or a soy of anywhere, but
Okay.
um, small scale, I would like to have a center in Baltimore City or Baltimore County, um, primarily the Woodlawn area. The areas that I support in Baltimore City, the first places would be Emerson Village, South Baltimore, which is close to Raven Stadium because I grew up out there, and I support the Sandtown, Winchester community. I used
Okay.
to be a patrolman in the area, and I have relatives down there, and I do some partnerships with one of the schools. So um, at one point, I was a big staple in that community. So um, that's what I would um, see in the future. Also, just to run it full time. Some of the challenges that you hit, being the executive director, um, is you have a full time job. So
Right.
this is, you know, I know we talked about earlier about getting the word out and things along those lines. There's so many different. This is a business in itself, from marketing
Right.
to
Yeah. Yeah.
taking meeting with funders, to the service side, to
Mm-hmm.
the so there's so many, this nonprofit is so many. The YMCA is a nonprofit, which
Right.
many people um don't know that. So this is big business. So what I would challenge y'all to do, um in spreading the word, is support a nonprofit, whatever is near and dear to your heart, whether it be volunteering 2 hours a week or 4 hours a month, whatever, in some capacity. Or if you can volunteer your time, of course, put your money up,
Yeah.
because this is I've been we're going on our 6 year um as being declared a nonprofit. I haven't received a dime from the work I've done, and I'm not worried about me, but I would, having the proper staffing to um, execute the mission.
Right.
So, there's definitely need that, if you realistically, it's about to put a kid through the program, you know, probably like $4,000 a kid
Oh
when you look
wow.
at meals,
Yeah.
meals, yeah, meals. You taking the trips, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Staff, and this is about 4,000 a child. So as of right now, yeah, it's a lot of my own money has been invested into the organization just for the greater good, you
Right.
know.
And we know
And
y'all just
sometimes,
y'all just got that nice raise too, by the way. So we know.
You know, I don't know nothing about it. I ain't in that man
I don't know
pocket.
about no nice place.
Soy Baltimore, can you give us a website? I know we have one for PYT. Can you let us know what your website is and how people can get in touch with you?
Yep, all social media platforms, Soy Baltimore, and same for website, www.soybaltimore.org.
Okay.
Okay.
And we have pytinc.org.
.org. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So for our listeners out there, all 20 million of them,
We wish.
take a look at
We're speaking into existence.
that's
There
right.
you go. There you go. Yes, put it out there.
20 today, 20 million tomorrow. Check out these organizations. They're very much needed
Yes,
organizations.
I agree.
And like I said, it takes a village.
Yep.
So I wanted to invite both of you guys out. We have a
Wine and pasta Valentine's Day.
yes. Bring your ladies out there to your wine. We have a wine and pasta social on February 14th from 5 to 8.
Yes.
And we have 3 different entrees. I have to say entrees.
Yes,
'cause
you do.
You know, I'll be like plates.
I'm the bougie one in the well, we got 2 bougie ones in the bunch, so I ain't gonna say that. But it is an entree.
Yes. So we have Cajun. Wait. We got shrimp pasta
You don't
Alfredo.
even know what
I know. I'm
you-
starting with my
Yes.
favorite shrimp pasta Alfredo. We have jerk veggie
Yes.
pasta, and we have Cajun chicken pasta,
Yes.
and a variety of wine. I guess I don't know if it's red and white, dry and sweet.
Probably. We gonna just
After
say
a few,
that.
we won't even be able to tell.
Yes, you will. Stop it. Well, for people who drink box wine glass, you won't be able to tell.
Box wine too expensive.
Whatever.
So I like to thank you guys for
Yes,
coming out.
thank you.
And it was a
I
pleasure
have a
talking to
plug
you.
as well, sir.
Yes, please plug
Yes.
away.
So I'm gonna try to make that out. I can confirm by tomorrow regarding that event. However, just one of the other things that we have coming up on President's Day, which is 2/17/25, which is also a Monday. So a few years back, Ahmaud Arbery was killed. If you don't know who that was, so my organization, along with one of our partners, I Mentality, started a social justice run. So it's 2.23 miles, and in honor of Ahmaud Arbery. So it's walk or run. It's a free event.
That's so
It's in
nice.
downtown Baltimore, but that's something that we've started for the last 4 years. Last year we had a little media coverage. We also had Downtown Locker Room sponsor sweatshirts and things along that lines. But we're really trying to build that up. Looking to have at least 100 attendees. I think we might have Charm City Run involved this year as well. But
Nice.
I'll send you the flyer regarding that topic. But if you could come out in some capacity, it'll greatly be appreciated.
Nice.
Just
What time
to
does it
build
start?
solidarity within the community. It's a 10 a.m. start.
Oh, that's a good time.
Yeah, that's a good
Well,
time.
some people
So
don't
we
have
have-
nothing to do, so that's
Yeah,
They'll
those
be
retired
there.
people.
That's my work.
they'll be there.
Yep. So yeah, just even if it's just coming out, partaking, and just we'll have speakers. Of course, we'll have music. It's right at the Under Armour basketball court, right across from Rusty Scupper.
Okay.
So we'll get that shot over to you in the email.
Okay.
Oh,
I
nice.
think I'll do the run walk. I haven't done any exercise in a long time.
I'll
so.
do the walk. I ain't even gonna
Yep.
lie.
No.
Do the
One
slow
hour
crawl.
use was One Hour Youth was really he was really I guess he's working on his fitness journey, but I want to say he was really heavy and he did it. So
Nice.
there's no judgment. My family comes out and engage in the community service piece as well. So like I said, any capacity is always needed. If you want to be the person pouring hot chocolate, we welcome you
Oh, okay.
in any capacity, or
Okay.
giving out sweatshirts.
And
And
I know
that's some of the things that Matt.
my two co-hosts, they have little legs, so they
You
kind
know
of short.
what? You are
Somebody
not
take
gonna
the
talk
extra
bad
long
about
and
me.
extra energy.
Shenanigans and nonsense.
Yeah.
Don't be hating
So
on the
any
short people.
capacity,
I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, I think we
Yeah,
should. I really think we should come out.
You have-
And we'll make
and you
announcements
can
on the
Google it as
show.
well.
you said you can Google. You said
Okay.
Google it.
Yeah, if you Google Baltimore and Aubrey Run or
Okay.
anything like that, like I said, they did some media coverage on it yesterday. I mean, last year, so it's definitely you can see just the impact of it and just the coverage that we got on it.
Sounds good.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
I'm gonna force them to come out.
Y'all just do
What
not
day of the week is
understand.
that?
That's what's that? What's a week?
What day of the week?
Monday.
It's a Monday.
It's a Monday. I think we're closed that day. I'm not sure. I have to double check. I still have to work for a living. Some people are retired.
That's what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, you guys. And like I said, February 14th. Bring the wives or girlfriend.
Or solo. We take him.
He ain't say where.
Oh,
He
that's
did
right.
not
I
say
did not.
where. Yeah.
It's going to be at Myrie's Island Kitchen, and the address is 9828 Liberty Road. I remember that because it's down the street from that substation is up there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that.
9828 Liberty Road in Randallstown 21133.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna do a podcast there while we're there as well. In between, we're gonna be drunk podcasting.
Ain't nobody drunk podcasting.
Oh, you
Don't
get
even
drunk.
try. Whatever. Again, thank you, gentlemen, for joining us today. We really appreciate it. And
Thank
we
you
really
for having
appreciate the work that you do because
Yes.
Yes,
we
we
need
do.
it.
Yes,
Yes,
we do.
absolutely.
Again, thank you for giving us a voice, because like I said, it's small, and people may not even know that we exist, and we might just be the answer that they're looking for. So,
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
and we do take free T-shirts.
Oh my gosh.
gotcha.
Hey, I wear them
Yeah, we
T-shirts.
got some.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, I got something for you. I'll reach out to you tomorrow.
Outstanding. Thank you.
Just
Thank
shoot
you.
me over the sizes.
Oh, I'm an extra large, and they're extra smalls.
You know
Whatever.
what? Don't listen to
I gotta order
him.
a few more. When I get them, man, I'll get them. I'll definitely.
Don't listen to him. We are not extra small. Don't listen to him.
I don't have nothing to say to you. Don't look at me. Don't even look at me.
Oh my
I
goodness.
say you a small shirt, but that
I occupy.
He is so
annoying.
special. He is so special.
all right.
Thanks
Yeah.
again.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Okay. Good night.
Good night. Thank you, family, for listening to the latest episode of Hot Topics. As usual, listen, like, share, subscribe. Ta.